Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. My name is Fallout, thanks for being here. You know, I get a lot of people sliding into my DMs with YouTube video ideas, which to be completely honest, I really appreciate. If it weren't for people reaching out like that, I never would have made any of my What's Your Favorite Exotic Armor Says About You videos, the original God Roll video series, and more. In fact, I have a channel in my official Discord dedicated to people just telling me what content they'd like to see. However, sometimes the ideas I get aren't great. Not that I don't appreciate them, but I've gotten requests to do some video topics that I will never, ever touch with a 10-foot pole. So today we're going over the top 5 YouTube videos that you will never, ever see from me. But real quick, I gotta tell you about Geologie. They're the sponsor of today's video, so let's thank them. Geologie is a 27-time award-winning skin, hair, and body care company. That's more dubs than Michael Phelps, and he's a grade A tryhard. Geologie creates simple and effective skincare and healthcare routines customized just for you. Yeah, you heard me. This isn't a one-bottle-fits-all type deal. Geologie skincare routines are tailored for each individual, ensuring that commitment feels natural and easy. Don't waste your time going to the store and sifting through endless products. You could get lost in the store with how much there is in there. And if that happens, now you gotta start a new life living in the supermarket and it's cold in there and the floors are slippery. Just use Geologie with their trusted dermatologist-approved ingredients sent right to your door. With thousands of 5-star reviews, you know your skin is in the right hands. Right now, for a limited time, they've got a really good offer on the table. Use my code Fallout100 and Geologie will give you 70% off their award-winning skincare trial set. On top of that, they'll give you an additional bonus offer of up to 50% off one of the skin, hair, and body add-on products when you add it to your trial. Again, 70% off with code Fallout100. Jump on that offer before it's gone, and thank you, Geologie. All right, we back, and let's kick off the list with number 5, content creator tier lists. Dear Lord, how many times I've been asked to do one of these, and it makes me cringe each and every time. I feel like I almost shouldn't have to explain why I'd hate making one of these, but just in case, here goes. It's mean. It's fucking mean. I don't know how else to put it. Every tier list has a top tier and a bottom tier, and putting someone down in the bottom tier is the equivalent of telling someone who didn't ask for your opinion that they suck. So many content creators I know are really passionate about making videos. It's like watching a chef cook in the kitchen who really wants to serve you the absolute best meal that they can. Now imagine if you walked up to a chef who spends days, nights, weekends just trying to make great meals for you to enjoy, and you walk right up to him and say, hey, by the way, I know you didn't ask at all, but your food sucks. Like really sucks. I would rather drink month-old bong water than touch anything you put down in front of me. That chef would probably not only feel really attacked, but just be dumbfounded. Like, who the hell are you? And did I even ask? And I know some people are going to be like, well, if someone was a bad chef, wouldn't you want them to be better at cooking? And how else are they going to know that they're a bad chef? Yeah, but just because you don't like their food doesn't mean that everyone else doesn't too. Look, I don't watch every YouTuber out there. Just like y'all, I'm sure. I know YouTubers who make content that I happen to really enjoy, and there's other YouTubers whose content that I'm just not really that into. But again, just because I'm not into that kind of content doesn't mean that everyone isn't. And yeah, I could say this is just my tier list, but still, it's a personal attack on another person to tell them, oh, by the way, you didn't ask, but yeah, you rank the worst in my book. Just the worst. It's mean, it's pointless. People usually only want to watch that stuff because they're looking for drama. I would much rather make a list of, hey, here are my favorite content creators, who if you're not already watching, you should check them out because whatever. Randomly just shitting over someone and basically recommending people not watch them out of clear blue sky is just so douchey and mean. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Video topic number 4 that I'll never do, anything coming even remotely close to cheating related content. This one should be kind of obvious, but you'd actually be surprised at how many times it's come up. It's usually along the lines of, hey, what if you signed on to D2 with cheat software to show everyone what it looks like when you go into a PvP match with a cheater? That way, you're informing people and showing them what kind of signs to look for, and if they see that happening in trials or comp or whatever, then they know for sure it's a cheater because you showed them what to look for. Oh, and don't worry, you probably won't get in trouble because you can do it on an alt account. Yeah, that's not really how it works, I don't think. First of all, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but I'm pretty sure most people already have a good idea on how to spot a cheater out in the wild. They're hitting a lot of their shots, you look up their PvP stats. Oh look, usually they have a pretty low KD, and this weekend they're an absolute demon with a 100% headshot accuracy rating with Cloud Strike. Sounds legit. Second of all, you think Bungie or any other company is just gonna let that slide? Even if you're doing it for the memes, or you're on a Smurf account, or you're trying to inform people, or whatever, cheating is cheating, bruh. Reminds me of that time that FaZe Jarvis uploaded a for funsies video to his YouTube channel where he was deliberately aimbotting in Fortnite just because he wanted to see what it was like, I guess, and maybe to get more game devs to be aware of what was going on in Fortnite. I really have no idea. But he did it, and even though he did it on a burner account, shocker, he got banned from playing Fortnite. And besides that, I don't know, I don't feel like it's smart to show people anything at all relatively instructional about how cheating works, because even if it convinces one dipshit out there to go try it themselves, that's just one more person out there who's trying to ruin PvP for a weekend. Video number 3, this one is really specific and very random, but 50 games of LFG Raids. If you're not familiar, I have a video series, more coming by the way, I promise, where I play 50 games of a particular game or game type and document the journey along the way, reviewing what happened each game with a quick summary at the end of my overall experience. It's a series I love, and I'm always on the lookout for a new game to potentially add to the series, and sometimes people hit me up with ideas that I've turned into actual videos. Because the series started in D2 though, a lot of people hit me up with D2 related suggestions, which is fine, but one of them that comes up a lot is 50 games of LFG Raids. Respectfully, it takes so much time to put together even a regular run-of-the-mill 50 games video. They take a while to record, as you can probably imagine, and then even longer to get a script together. I mean, if I had nothing else on my plate, then yeah, it probably wouldn't take too long, but I have all my other usual content I gotta make too, not to mention streaming multiple days a week and general life stuff. It's kind of unfortunate, by the way. Wish I had more time to make them, as they're my favorite kind of video that I make. But yeah, anyway, 50 entire raids on its own would take forever to film, let alone 50 raids with totally random groups of players? That would take months to record. On God, I would honestly rather 69 a polar bear. And not only would it be horrible to record, I don't think the end product would even be good. Usually, each game in the 50 video series gets boiled down to around 2 or 3 sentences on paper, just a short little summary. How in the name of God, Jesus, and elitist dado am I supposed to summarize an entire raid in 2 to 3 sentences? I don't know. I mean, maybe I could somehow make it work, but the whole thing sounds like such a gamble. And again, just a gigantic time sink that I'm guessing would be a payoff for nobody. I don't know. Maybe one day I'll think otherwise, but it sounds terrible. Just terrible. Moving on. Video topic number 2, and this one may seem odd, a video where I straight up ask for Bungie to nerf XYZ in D2. This one may eventually branch off into its own video with how much I want to say about it, but yeah, in a nutshell, almost everyone who plays D2 has an opinion on outliers in the sandbox for either PvE or PvP. Everyone's got things they think are underpowered and things they think that are overpowered. Something I've learned as a content creator over the years, if you're going to step up to the mic and talk about something that you feel should get tweaked, be prepared to deal with a potential avalanche of anger and salt to get dumped all over your lawn, metaphorically. A classic example is Saltagrepo, aka one of the most decorated Day 1 raiders in D2, going on the record a while back and saying that in his opinion, Divinity is too OP and needed a nerf. Unsurprisingly, Bungie's sandbox team had thought the same for a while and had actually been working on a nerf behind the scenes. When the nerf was announced, it had been so close to Salt's discussion about the weapon, some folks made the wrong assumption that the only reason Bungie nerfed the weapon at all was because a streamer complained about it. Bungie literally said that no, they'd actually been working on it a while because the gun was blatantly too good and god tier in endgame PvE content, but to this day, there are still people who, no joke, actually blame Salt for nerfing of Divinity. You also have Cool Guy, who, as crazy as this is to say out loud, has straight up received threats for his comments in the past about Stompies and PvP, which is legit f***ed up and terrible. Now, I'm happy to casually share my thoughts on game balance when streaming. I won't shy away from having the convo if people want to talk about X exotic or Y gun. But yeah, it's a topic you have to be really careful about approaching in video format more than most people might realize. Like, yeah, I want to talk about sandbox balance and stuff, but I also don't want to get swatted, so, you know, gotta weigh the pros and cons. Finally, video topic number 1 that I really don't ever want to get tied up in: ban appeal videos. You would be shocked at how often this happens, but people will occasionally DM me out of the blue saying either them or more frequently their buddy, who they swear up and down is completely legit, has been unjustly banned, and oh please would I be able to bring it up on stream, or better yet, make a video. As in, make a video about how someone who I don't know was banned and it should be reversed because someone else who I don't know completely vouches for them. And I know I might be sounding a little bit like a cold-hearted bastard right about now, but come on, cut me some slack here. First of all, I don't know you or your buddy. And second of all, what would the video even accomplish? Sure, it would get a spotlight on the situation, but again, I don't know your bro. Maybe he did cheat. How the hell am I supposed to know? Or maybe they let their account get recovered for a trials run or whatever. You can't just expect someone to jump on that train with zero information at all. And then once the word gets out that you can just knock on my door for no questions asked, hey Bungie, can you unban my friend? Then every weekly Xur video would sound like this. The roll on Hawkmoon today is actually sick for PvP, and also Bungie, please unban Midnight Ass Eater 420, thank you. And by the way, I've come close to getting burned in the past when it came to almost defending people I knew through the grapevine of being a content creator. Years ago, when a certain PvP focused content creator got his account banned for having no software, I almost had a natural instinct to step up and defend him. I mean, he had to have been innocent, right? It would be really goddamn silly to throw your entire reputation and your channel into the void because you wanted to get an extra edge in PvP when you were already a seemingly good player. So therefore, it must have been a Bungie mistake, right? Especially when a lot of people were rallying around him. Well, apparently not. Turns out they double, triple, octuple checked Black Magic No Erases, double stamped it, and it was pretty hardcore confirmed that his ban was legit. Don't get me wrong, false bans do apparently happen, but they seem to be really rare, and at the end of the day, I have no pull in the please unban department anyway, which is probably for the best. There, that's my list. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on stream.